Welcome, folks, to the Utah Story Show. My name is Rich Markosian. So it's been a couple weeks since we did our last episode, and I've been out on the streets interviewing homeless people and kind of getting a sense of how things are going as the homeless community prepares for winter and seeing if the resource centers are prepared for the overflow. And what I found is that there's a lot of homeless who are still choosing to remain unsheltered, and they really don't want to go to the resource centers. And so I did a couple of postings on our YouTube channel. One was just going around the streets and witnessing how the homeless people were reacting to the first coming storm of winter. And I was amazed by how many police encounters I found. They were just every other block there was a police encounter. There were people just there was a homeless fight. If you go back and watch the video, there was a woman in the corner crying, and I asked her what's going on, and she said, I've lost everyone I've loved, and all the police do now is they harass me. And then I found these gentlemen off to the west of the Rio Grande train station, and this one guy was really articulate. He was he just seemed like a guy who was just down on his luck. He had his truck and all his tools stolen. He had a job working for Big D Construction, and he went by the name John, and he just told me that he just feels like he's constantly getting pushed down. Every time he feels like he starts to get money saved up, get back off the streets, he feels like the cops come in and they abate him. And then I'm talking to him and these other guys, and just as we're talking, the cops show up and they tell these guys, you guys need to pack everything up and get out of here. You cannot be here. And they're on the west side of the Rio Grande train station where nobody else is there. You know, there's no pedestrians walking there. It's just people camping. And it was just really sad to see that all these people feel so hopeless on our streets in Salt Lake City. And so today we've got a really hopeful show, because I keep talking to these homeless people about why don't you get a job. I mean, I say it in a kind way. I mean, I understand you're out here on the streets. I understand it's really difficult, but what's preventing you from getting a job? And they all have excuses. Most of them, it's just security. They cannot keep their things secure in a location, and they can't keep their belongings anywhere without them risking getting stolen. And if you imagine having a sleeping bag, a tent, parka, blankets, you can't take all that with you to a job. And then another guy told me on a posting we did a couple days ago, he got a job at FedEx, and as soon as they found out he was homeless, he got fired. So with me on the program today is a guy by the name of Rob Ferris, who has started a nonprofit. It's actually been around for a long time. It's called Advantage Services, and he helps specifically homeless people get into jobs. He solves the problem of the disconnect between the unsheltered homeless and the workforce community, which just typically doesn't want to hire homeless people because of all the baggage that comes with it. A lot of homeless people are addicted to drugs. A lot of them have mental illnesses. Rob has taken on the challenge of actually having these people in his programs and out in serving government contracts and putting them to work. So it's a really hopeful story on the program today. I hope you tune in and watch it. We're going to be starting it up in just a few minutes. So join us on our YouTube channel. It'll be live, so you can actually join us and ask your questions. And it's a great episode, especially if you know somebody who's had a hard time keeping a job or who's unsheltered in a shelter. I think it's going to be one you're not going to want to miss. So thanks for watching on Instagram, and if you join us on YouTube, we will be live in just a few moments.